What's up, Night Owl? Still here back with another Candlekeep video, and today we're having a look at the curious tale of Wisteria Vale. And as always, I've got some brand new maps for you if you want to replace the black and white maps that are provided in the book. This adventure is designed for a level 11 party, and the premise of the adventure is pretty simple. A powerful bard by the name of Errant Quill was locked away by the Harpers in a demi-plane until the Harpers could find a cure for his corruption. To make matters worse, a beholder has dreamed itself into this demi-plane and is starting the process of taking over. And Errant Quill wishes to use this beholder's reality-bending dream powers in order to escape the demi-plane. The adventure starts off with the Harpers sending Ralia, a childhood friend of Errant Quill, the bard that's locked away in Wisteria. They send Ralia to recruit the party in order to go into this demi-plane and administer the cure to Errant Quill's corruption in the form of a magical dagger that needs to be plunged into his chest in order to end the corruption and thus dispelling the magical plane. Ralia will offer the party 5,000 gold pieces to get Errant Quill out of Wisteria Vale alive. If Errant Quill dies, then that 5,000 gold is going towards his resurrection. Ralia will provide the party with a book titled The Curious Tale of Wisteria Vale and also the dagger that's needed to cure Errant. The book is a play and it sort of details the story of Errant Quill and how he became corrupted and what will eventually happen and how he'll be cured. And it's a bit of an exposition dump. There are 3 acts and they're each a paragraph long. And if you plan on reading this out to your players, their eyes may gloss over. So I would handle this with a handout, maybe a 5-minute break while you give this a handout, or maybe a handout before the session so they can read it going into it. I'm not really sure. How I personally handled it is I just skipped over it and kind of just gave them a brief overview of the story within the book, but results may vary. The book also contains a hidden passphrase that the party needs to figure out in order to open the portal to Wisteria Vale. If the party doesn't figure this out, they're literally blocked from progressing through the story. So what I personally did was have Ralia give them the command word and the book turns into a portal and we can push on forward. If you want to keep that puzzle aspect, keep in mind that they can't move forward without that portal. The party may also ask Ralia a few questions about this demi-plane. And the way this is set up is there are a lot of surprises within the demi-plane to kind of throw the characters off, like the fact that all the commoners here are mechanical and that Errant Quill is the only living being within the plane, and there's also the beholder twist. Now, Ralia knows most of the information about this plane, not the beholder, obviously, but everything about the mechanical, the constructs that make up everything in the layout of the plane. So if your party decides to ask Ralia questions, she knows all the information. I've had several parties ask about the plane itself, and I just had Ralia give them the information. If you really want to set up a surprise, like surprise that the citizens are constructs, or that Errant Quill is the only living person here, you're going to have to think about that ahead of time, because Ralia is a member of the Harpers and she knows about this plane and knows what it's there for. And with all that being said, Wisteria Vale is an exact replica of Errant Quill's hometown of Wisteria Vale. And there's even the constructs are replicas of the people that lived there at that time. It's basically a demi-plane for Errant Quill to get nice and comfortable and be well taken care of. And one of his favorite, like as he was growing up, he had a nice childhood. So the Harpers locked him here so that he could be happy and well taken care of while they figure out the cure. Errant Quill wasn't too happy about this, so he's been plotting his escape and his revenge against the Harpers ever since he's been locked away here. As far as conveying that information to the party, this area is effectively a paradise. This was built for Errant Quill to be taken care of, and everything in this plane is designed around that purpose. All of the commoners grow food and cook, and they don't need to eat, but Errant Quill does. So every bit of farming that takes place, all of the livestock that get raised, all of the hunting that takes place in the woods is for Errant Quill's benefit. Once the party arrives at Wisteria Vale, they're just here to gather information and kill time until the party starts at the Manor. When my parties were questioning the commoners about Errant Quill, I gave them information about a party that's coming later on that evening, and they would tell a little bit about Renacor, the beholder that has taken up residence here. The way that I had the commoners describe Renacor, the beholder, was that Errant's new friend looked like a floating cabbage or a floating pumpkin for some groups that had eye stalks. And this will almost certainly give it away. Pretty much any description of a beholder will give away what this creature is. So if you want to have that as a surprise, you may want to control the information going into this adventure before you even sit down at the table. You may want to control the information that you give. Pretty much all of my groups figured it out right away that it was beholder, just by calling it a floating cabbage with eye stalks or a floating pumpkin. And from my experience, that sense of dread going into the manor made it worth it. It's up to you as the DM how you move time along leading up to the party and the get together where Errant Quill will introduce his beholder friend. But you make sure to give your party the option to explore the manor beforehand if they want to sneak in and kind of scope the place out. That could be a really fun experience getting in there before the party starts. I had several groups that wanted to do just that. And if the party wants to linger around town a little bit longer, there are some locations here like the marketplace, Silks and Souls, and there's even a tavern. You could have the commoners, if the party is asking around town, you could have the commoners maybe criticize the adventurer's clothing and recommend that they go to Silks and Souls and have tailored suits made or dresses for the upcoming party. That could be a fun role play opportunity with the owners of Silks and Souls if you want to go that route. Now let's have a look at the manor. Area 1 is the lounge. Here the party will find a portrait of younger Quill and Ralia, and this is where the party can piece together with a DC 15 perception check that Ralia knew Quill when they were younger. This area also contains the forest painting, one of 4 extra dimensional spaces that the party can move through, and the forest painting contains 4 Medusas that will hide near the walls and attack the party when they go through. Area 2 is the kitchen. Here, Damien, one of the constructed commoners, is here preparing food for the upcoming party. And if the characters walk in on Damien and they don't appear to be hostile, he will talk to them and possibly tell them that the party isn't until a few hours. Maybe let the party have a look around. This is entirely up to you. But if they appear hostile, Damien will alert one of the suits of animated armor, which will go and alert the beholder Renacor immediately. If the party is sneaky, they may be able to secure Damien's keys, which can unlock any of the doors within the manor. Area 3 is the dining room. The silverware on the table of this room is valued at 750 gold pieces, and there's also the banquet painting, one of the 4 extra dimensional paintings, and this one leads to the banquet that has various foods with buffs and poisons. Area 4 is the storage, and it's just a cluttered space with some cleaning supplies and spare silverware. If the party spends some time searching here, they can also find a packet of dust of disappearance. Area 5 is the backstage area. There are many instruments stored here, but one of note is Quill's Instrument of the Bards, which is kept in an ornate wooden chest that bears the monogram AQ. Area 6 is the ballroom, and this area is guarded by 2 animated suits of armor that stand guard at the double doors outside. This door is locked and requires a DC 15 dexterity check with these tools or a DC 15 athletics check to kick the door open, either of which will cause the animated suits of armor to attack the intruders. The ballroom contains one of the extra dimensional paintings. This one is Quill's prison. If the party goes through this one, they can find Errant Quill. Area 7 is the library, and it's here the party can find a lot of Quill's research notes that will hint at the fact that Renacor is here and is the beholder, and also how he got here and what Quill plans to do. All of the information within this library could be a great exposition dump for your party to uncover a lot of the clues. But the party will also have to contend with a stone golem that stands by the door. If they touch any of the research material, the stone golem will animate and attack. Area 8 is the master bedroom. Here the party can find a little bit more information like they did in the library through Errant Quill's journal, which is on the bedside table. Area 9 is the guest bedroom, and it's here the party will find the rock painting, one of the extra dimensional doorways, and this painting has a rock encounter. As soon as they go through the painting, the rock attacks, and the size of the extra dimensional space barely takes up There's barely enough space for a rock. So there's really nowhere to go within this extra dimensional space except to get out of there when the rock attacks. And finally, area 10 is the guest bathroom. There's nothing of note here except for a loose tile in the ceiling, allowing the party to reach a crawl space that spans the entire upper floor. And they can navigate a lot easier and scout the place out, maybe find Renacor the Beholder by crawling around in the ceiling. Now, during Errant Quill's party or while exploring the manor, the party may encounter Renacor the Beholder. And this fight is difficult. Renacor definitely has the potential to TPK your party. I actually had one of my groups get TPK'd by Renacor. A Beholder is no joke for an 11th level party. If the party is exploring the manor before Errant Quill's party, they may encounter an animated suit of armor or a stone golem, which will attack any intruders on site and may even go warn Renacor the Beholder about the intruders. And that's it for the curious tale of Wisteria Vale. I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, you know how YouTube works. Hit those buttons, leave a comment down below. Let me know what you thought of this adventure and if you TPK'd your party with that Beholder. And if you want to be a part of this D&D community, make sure you join the Discord. Link is in the description. Come by, ask questions, let me know what you think. And as always, I'll see you at sundown.